With the latest Venmo scandal, some people are straying away from using the app and instead using cash to make their transactions. Both Spillane and head coach Dan Hartlib say time was a major factor in leading to his breakout season. Opponents of the Chief had never formally met with those who continue to honor him, but they got their opportunity at the end of the parade. Juna saw herself going to vet school here after getting a bachelor's in animal sciences. Then she noticed she could make a living off of her hobby, and her plans changed. With the University of Illinois being a public institution, a GEO strike would have an effect that reaches much more than just the university.
Yeah, take some buckets.
People of the University of Illinois community lined Wright Street Friday night for the traditional parade to kick off this year's homecoming. All of the usual suspects marched through campus, including some not happy with the continued presence of a retired university symbol.
The Chief has been in the parade every single year, unfortunately, but since my time on campus, this has been the largest demonstration against it. This is the first time that the Illinois student government was the one organizing that protest.
The Illinois student government, along with several student organizations, demonstrated together throughout the ceremony. While those against the Chief's entry made their feelings known, Ivan Dozier of the Honor the Chief Society wants the appearance to show that not all people are ready to see him go.
Very important to keep in mind that there are people on both sides of this issue, and Honor the Chief Society is all about education. That's one of the key facets of our organization, and so we hope that those students are able to reach out at some point.
Read the history!
Don't let them win!
Opponents of the Chief had never formally met with those who continue to honor him, but they got their opportunity at the end of the parade. Protesters blocked the Chief as he tried to head down Green Street at the end of the parade route. The group followed the portrayer wherever he walked until he eventually left campus.
Our goal is to educate alumni. Our goal is to educate lovers of the University of Illinois that have traveled far ways to come to this parade. And our goal is to educate administration on why the Chief is a racist mascot.
Though the exchange was heated, University Police spokesman Patrick Wade says there were no physical altercations. In Champaign-Urbana, I'm Evan Conn, UI7 Newsbreak. The Fighting Illini have won 7 of their 8 games since sneaking into the top 25 2 weeks ago and hold a 15-5 record overall as conference play picks up around the Big Ten. After missing the Big Ten tournament 2 straight years, first baseman Brent Spillane says it's impressive to see players reaching their potential this season.
It's really cool. I mean, coming in here, we had, my freshman year had a lot of expectations, and we obviously did me in the past 2 years, and it's really been cool to see the progress, not individually, but as a team.
While the team is making strides, Spillane is turning himself into one of the most feared hitters in the Big Ten. He currently leads the Big Ten in many offensive categories, including average, on-base percentage, and home runs. Both Spillane and head coach Dan Hartlib say time was a major factor in leading to his breakout season.
Yeah, you always hear people talk about slowing the game down. When you're young, inexperienced, everything just seems to be quick for you. And then when you start to understand the game and you've been there, you've been in those tight situations, you can start slowing the game down, and so the game's not fast for him anymore.
Slowing the game down has allowed Spillane to hit more home runs in the last 2 weeks than he did all of last season. He says picking the right pitches to hit this year has led to more success.
Pitch selection, because majority of last year I thought that I got myself out by swinging at bad pitches, chasing pitches out of the zone, and I feel like really being able to command your zone and knowing what pitch you want to go and get makes things a lot easier.
Spillane was named Division I National Player of the Week by 2 different publications for his performance last week, while also earning a second straight Big Ten Player of the Week honor. In Champaign, I'm Evan Conn, UI7 News. When Katrina Junis was 15, she got a Border Collie puppy for Christmas. Soon after, they began driving an hour each way to take agility training classes together. Fast forward to present day, and you'll find her working 70 to 80 hours a week training dogs.
I run everybody through at the beginning, whether it's a private or behavioral lesson. I run them all the way up to their goals, essentially. And they'll work with only me.
Junis is the owner of Pupcakes Training, where she works with all types of canines from service dogs to puppies. Dog owner Lisa Richardson has 2 dogs at home that never received any training. When she got an Australian Shepherd puppy, Richardson says she wanted her new dog to get lessons from someone, both her and the pup, felt connected to.
I did check other places, but I liked her style. I liked her personality. I liked the way I saw her interact with animals, just her personality in general and her commitment to it. She's very dedicated to it, and she has a lot of knowledge.
Juna saw herself going to vet school here after getting a bachelor's in animal sciences. Then she noticed she could make a living off of her hobby, and her plans changed. Juna started training dogs when she was 17 and did it as a part-time job throughout college. She says after working and interning in vets' offices, she felt the job she already had was the most rewarding.
This lets me deal with more of the positive aspect of it. People, they have problems and they ask you to help them. And I like that.
With her schedule always full of four-legged friends, Junis hopes to soon open a building large enough for a 100-foot by 100-foot dog show ring. For UI7 News, I'm Evan Conn. Switching gears, the Fighting Illini men's basketball team will try to get back on track tomorrow night when the Wisconsin Badgers visit the State Farm Center. Underwood's team is coming off a loss on Sunday to Ohio State after winning their previous two Big Ten games. The 12-12 Illini will look to avenge a 75-50 loss to the Badgers back on January 19th at the Kohl Center. Illinois shot a mere 7% from beyond the arc in that meeting.
So let's talk some sports right now. The Illini, it's National Signing Day. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, National Signing Day. Illinois finishing off their 2018 recruiting class. They got a couple more quarterbacks today. A guy out of Peoria, Karan Taylor. 3 quarterbacks in total coming in with Cam Thomas coming back. So it'll be a young group. They still have 1 scholarship open. So we'll see what they end up doing with that to fill that out. New efforts are underway to bridge the divide between those who are for and against the University of Illinois' controversial Chief Illini Way. Yesterday, the university launched a series of forums to open up the discussion on the heated topic. Thousands of new college grads will soon flood the job market as graduation is approaching. UI7's Caroline Hinman has an insight on the job outlook for upcoming grads. And now joining us on set is GEO member Alan Axelrod. Thanks for joining us and taking time out of your day to talk to us today.
Thanks for having me.
So just to get things started, how are negotiations looking right now?
Negotiations aren't looking good.
Some of the national temperatures got some warmer weather in the west and southwest, 70 degrees in Phoenix and Los Angeles. Cooler up in Seattle at 48 and 44 in Denver. Nice weather down in Miami for opening day for the Cubs and the Marlins tomorrow, 76 degrees there. And about the same up in the Northeast, 51 degrees for Boston.